Hi, Professor Roxy. This is Kobe Jones. I just got done taking your business management class. I just want to start out by saying thank you so much for being my professor and helping me and guiding me throughout this whole semester. You were a really big help on all the assignments. Always answer questions that I needed, to be answered, and kind of helped me, get the grade that I got. And so I just want to thank you for that first and foremost. Describing your classroom, I just want to say, it was always a very calm environment. Nothing was ever too crazy or too, extraordinary. It was always something very simple. The readings we kind of discussed, it wasn't just pure classwork and just be doing it. It had a greater purpose than that. And I really enjoyed each reading we read. Even the Gary Vee one, that was probably my favorite one because Gary Vee's a guy I kind of look up to and follow on social media. So that was a really cool reading I read. And then transitioning to kind of the group project from the first Zoom meeting that me and my classmates, the boys, started with, we really actually created a bond through that day. And so it kind of helped progress the presentation a lot faster and a lot easier than I thought. So that was good. And then presenting it and being able to, present my numbers and accounting to the class, I kind of enjoyed. And I think I needed that just because I'm going to be a data analyst. So those numbers I'm going to need to be able to present to, businesses, CEOs and of that nature. So that was really good practice. And I really was thankful for it. At first, I didn't really want to do it, but it kind of helped me in the greater scheme of things. And then finally, the research paper. I've been I had a great time kind of researching the topic of AI and kind of how that fits in the business communications world. I honestly came into how AI was just, very trustworthy, very kind of, easygoing for customers. And that's just simply not the case. A percentage of people don't feel comfortable with AI and kind of want, an authentic experience with, the business side of things. And so I kind of went into detail into the depths of, how businesses need to kind of incorporate, training and employee training as well with the AI, to enhance customer satisfaction. So that was really good. And then kind of talking about my strengths through the assignments, I kind of want to say the presentation went really good. I communicated really well, which was a big thing for me. I'm not a very, I'm kind of introvert, so I kind of communicate not the best. And so kind of that presentation kind of got me out of my comfort zone and it really actually helped me, do really well and on the project. So I was really thankful for that. And I really did enjoy that presentation. And also, like I said, made friends with my group mates. So that was also another plus. What I could improve on, I would say probably the writing aspect of this. I'm not the best writer, so kind of doing my research paper, I needed kind of just some help with, writing the paper. My girlfriend's actually a English teacher, so I asked her for some help with that. And so, and she told me some ways of why I need to do this paper better, this and that. And I had no clue of what was wrong with it. And, she kind of helped with that. So I think maybe improving the writing paper or the research paper for me was probably a big thing. And then the last thing, if I take this class all over again, what would I like to see done differently? I would probably say do a little bit more readings, maybe even smaller readings, because I think the readings kind of helped a lot. Even if it's just small kind of daily things, I think it kind of got the class engaged with, the activities and I don't know what's coming up. So I think maybe adding a little bit more, like maybe smaller readings. It doesn't always have to be big, long readings. Being honest, I wouldn't want to read a long reading, even though it's necessary. Maybe like some short, like, I don't know, like 50, 70. I don't know how many pages. But like a shorter reading, kind of get the class engaged and kind of keep them reading and actually wanting to read it. Kind of benefit, someone like me. So that's it, Professor Roxy. I really, like I said, enjoyed your class, and I hope to kind of hear from you someday again.